Hey everyone, this is Dr. El Galban, and in today's video we're gonna be trying to attest or affirm word stress acoustically by using the Praat analysis software. Okay, in a previous video you may remember we talked about word stress and said that stressed syllable is a syllable that's longer, louder, stronger, and higher in pitch than the unstressed syllable. And in order to raise your awareness of the importance of word stress and show you how these four factors which make stress are realized and measured, let me show you this instrumentally by using the speech analyzer called Praat. Here we go. Yes, we talked about word stress before, and we said that prominence is what makes us feel that a syllable is stressed, and prominence is a combination of four factors. Number one, loudness. Number two, length. Number three, pitch. Number four, quality. How can we measure these things which we perceive auditorily as listeners؟ ازاي احنا نتأكد من ان فعلا stressed syllables are longer و louder و stronger والكلام ده كله؟ تعالوا نشوف كده. في يعني I have something to show you in order to make sure that really stress is something we have and we can measure and we can see and visualize and so on. But before I talk about it, let me read to you a quote by Peter Roach, the great phonetician, who said that generally these four factors, loudness, length, pitch, and quality, they work together in combination, but experimental work has shown that these factors are not equally important. And the strongest effect is produced by pitch. Pitch can لقوها ان هي the most important factor in making particular syllable stressed and other syllables unstressed. Okay. Number two, length. Length also هو طول الصوت يعني vowel duration is also very very important in perceiving stress and in creating what we call prominence. And number الاثنين التانيين بقى loudness and quality, they were found much less important. Okay. Here I have something to show to you. It's you know, Praat. This is a program, and this is the icon. Let me show the icon here on my desktop, and it's a downloadable free downloadable speech analyzer software, and it is developed by two Dutch phoneticians, and it can help anyone actually, phoneticians and non-phoneticians, to understand and to know more about sounds and about speech, speech segmentation, speech transcription, description of sounds, of vowels, intonations, consonants, everything we need to know about voice and about speech in general. I think that this program helps us a lot. Here I have prepared something for you. This is how to operate the program. You have two options. Number one, new, and you can record, and of course I can't do this now because I have only one mic to work with, and it's not allowable for me to do the two operations together. The second option is to open, and you can open from file you already have, and it will work very easily. Here I have recorded a number of words for you which illustrate different kinds of stress patterns and different kinds of word classes in order to show you how stress is materialized and is measured. And let's see, the first one here is, okay, and the first one is teacher. Yes, teacher. Okay, this is the first word, teacher. Teacher. As you see, teacher is a noun. Let me select. Teacher is a noun, and it has two syllables. The first one is teach, and the second is Okay. And the second is This, first of all, this is something called as, what we see here is something called a spectrogram, and it is you know, it's a visual representation of speech signals, and it shows how sound waves are converted into visual data. These are sound waves, as you see, and they are, and let me tell you a lot of things here. First, horizontally, we have you know, duration, timing. The time can be measured, as you see, by seconds or milliseconds. And vertically, رأسيا, احنا we can measure many things. Number one, intensity اللي هي شدة الصوت أو علو وارتفاع الصوت اللي هو equals بقى loudness. Okay, and we can measure it by in decibel. وحدة القياس بتاعتها decibel, and it's represented here by green light. And the second the second element which we can show also vertically is pitch. هي طبقة الصوت بتاعتنا اللي هي بنسميها what's pitch. Pitch is the fundamental frequency, or what we call F0, the repetition or the frequency of the opening and closing of our vocal folds, and how this is measured, as you see, in hertz. So احنا عندنا هنا 3 حاجات هنقيسها علشان نشوف stress. Number one, duration, and it is, or length. Duration هنا بيمثل ايه؟ بيمثل and equals length. Duration here, it equals length. Intensity, it equals loudness. Pitch, and it equals fundamental frequency, or F0. And number 4, which is quality, and it refers to the clarity with which we pronounce a particular vowel, and so on. Inside the syllable, whether it's stressed or unstressed. We find that the stressed syllables, the vowels of the stressed syllables are clearer than the vowels of the unstressed syllables. Okay, فاحنا عندنا 3 حاجات هنا هنقيسهم. أول حاجة loudness، وهنقيسها عن طريق intensity. Number 2, length, and we're gonna measure it by something called duration in milliseconds. Intensity in decibels, and pitch, and we're gonna measure it by you know, in hertz. Okay, let's go back to this sound, or this word, teach. No, this word, let me show you something else. It's teacher. Yes, the word teacher, as you see, it's made up of 2 syllables. The first one is teach, and the second is okay. Let me see if I have segmentation for this.
Ice cream.
No, it's not this one. Yes, okay. Teacher. Yes, teacher. Okay, here we have 2 syllables. Teach. Okay.
Teach.
Okay, and the second is Okay, can you see how big is the first syllable? And you know, if you compare the 2 syllables, you definitely gonna say that the first syllable is stressed. Why? Number 1, because in duration or time, it's longer in time than the second syllable. Look, the first syllable here is 465 milliseconds. In the second, it's only 100. You can only choose this. Yes, you'll find it's only 0.99. Okay, so you'll find that it's about 5 times longer than the second syllable. The first syllable is about 5 times longer than the second syllable. This as far as time is concerned. طب بالنسبة as far as loudness اللي باللون الأخضر ده, you will find, as you see, the first syllable is louder than the second syllable. If you measure this, you'll find that it's 73, and if you measure this you'll find it's decibel. Yes, it's what? It's about 60, as you see. يبقى الأولانية 73, 70, 72, and the second is 70, is 61. Of course, here this showed that the first syllable is louder than the second syllable. طيب اتحققنا دلوقتي عملنا a testing or affirmation ل two elements. الأول حاجة length و number 2 intensity or loudness. عايزين نشوف بقى ال pitch. And it's measured as you see in the blue line. As you see blue line. طبعا it goes without saying. يعني the spectrogram speaks for itself. هو بيتكلم عن نفسه أول. The pitch here, can you listen? You know, is higher than the pitch here. You know, the pitch here. Yes, so it's here E higher than وهنا طبعا it's lower than the first syllable. What can we say here? What we can conclude is that the first syllable is longer, is louder, and it's stronger and also higher in pitch than the second syllable, and that's why teach is stressed. ليه يا جماعة؟ لأن هو it's prominent. It has the 4 elements. طبعا احنا سامعينه كويس جدا في fourth element of prominence, which is vowel qualities. It's here, as you see, it's said with high clarity. Teat, okay. It's said with high clarity, but here, as you see, we hear it hardly because it's lower. It's lower in pitch, and also because it includes a weak vowel شوية. اوكي طيب عايزين برضو نعمل كده حاجة برضو فرصة ان انا افهمكم ايه هنا. ده طبعا what's this؟ اوكي that. وطبعا زي ما انتم شايفين at the beginning this is the hold phase where air is compressed and airway is completely closed واحنا بننطق الت. وهنا لما بدأنا نعمل release, and when we release it we release with aspiration as you see, and it's made with noise زي ما انتم شايفين كده. اوكي الجرين sorry الblue lines which are vertical الرأسية اللي احنا شايفينها دي it has to do with pulses, and the pulses are corresponding to the frequency of the vocal fold vibration اللي هو اللي بنسميه التردد بتاع الصوت, and also the overtones and the resonances of the sound. So vowels and voiced consonants, they have these vertical blue lines which refer to periodic and regular voicing, and it's really a tone. It's something that's pronounced by the vocal folds. But here لو احنا شفنا ده هنلاقي ان here first and وحتى هنا كمان في الجزء الثاني ده طبعا these are sounds made by t, which is a voiceless plosive consonant, and the second one which is ch, which is an African consonant. Both are voiceless, and they are only noise, not voice. noise not voice. لو voice كان هيبقى عندهم pitch ويبقى لهم periodicity وpulses لهم pulses وكل حاجة من اللي احنا شايفينها ده. So in order to conclude our discussion of stress, stress is a combination of 4 things. Number 1 loudness, زي ما احنا شايفناها كده باللون الأخضر in the green light. Number 2 pitch, and the stress syllables are higher in pitch, and this is represented in the blue line. And the number 3 duration, the stressed syllables are longer in duration in time than the unstressed syllables. And number 4 stressed syllables, the vowel of the stressed syllable is clearer than the vowel of the unstressed syllable. Okay, so this is what we say regarding stress. Let me show you another example. Okay, here's the word believe. Okay, can you see it? The word believe. Yeah, and you can you see it for yourself. You don't need me to yeah, this ball, as you see, and this is
leave,
leave. As you see, you will find that it's louder than the second syllable. Here is the stressed one, and you see it's louder than the first syllable. Its pitch, it's higher than the pitch of the first syllable, and also it is clearer. And طبعا يا جماعة ال duration بتاعته is longer, as you see. Okay, let us zoom out and take another example. The word here,
teacher, incredible,
incredible. Let me select it.
incredible,
Incredible. This is an adjective. As you see, it's made up of 3 syllables, and also the program بيبين لنا اهوت in the second syllable is the stressed one. As you see, let me cra, 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 cra. Okay, incredible. And as you see, the pitch is higher than the other syllables, and the intensity or the loudness here, as you see, the green line is higher, and this means that this syllable is also, the vowel is louder, and duration it's longer than the other syllables, whether the first one or the second one. This is a word
incredible,
incredible,
incredible, incredible,
yeah, incredible, 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 and so on. Okay, look at this. شايفين ك, which is a voiceless plosive consonant. Okay, and look at this, and okay, na and ka, here you'll find it's انت بتسموها because I pronounced the k, the n اللي هو النا, by having the tongue or the back of the tongue touching the soft palate, so it turns into n بتاع incredible, it turns into okay, because it's followed by k. assimilation يا جماعة, مش فاكرين. Okay, let's zoom out and have another example.
educate,
educate. انا هاخدهم الاثنين دول كده في كلمتين اهو. educate and education.
education,
Okay, let's select these 2 words. First, educate. This is a verb, as you see, and it's made up of 2 syllables. The first syllable is the stressed syllable. As you see, it's a higher in pitch, باللون الأزرق. It's louder and it's longer, وطبعا it's clearer. Educate. Okay. طيب, let's look at the second word. Education. Here we have the word turns into a noun, and we have the suffix shun, and shun is one of the suffixes which you prefer having or making what we call stress shift, at shifting the stress to the syllable immediately before it. فلقينا الستريس بقى راح فين؟ ها؟ K K K K K K K. Okay, so here K, here it becomes a primary stress syllable, and it is higher in pitch, as you see, than the you know, the other syllable, and also louder and longer and all these things. Okay, طيب, how about add? Add. As you see, it's no longer primary, receiving primary stress, and it loses this, and it's receiving only secondary stress, because this word is a 4-syllable word, and it has a suffix shun, and which makes the stress shift, as we said before. Okay, let's zoom out to have other examples. What's this one? Yes, serious. Okay, as this is a, let me select, this is an adjective, and the first syllable is the stressed syllable, longer, louder, as you see, green line, and the pitch is higher than the unstressed syllable. Okay, طبعا clearer. Sear. شايفين سامعينه ازاي؟ Okay, let me go out, zoom out, and here we have one final example. شوف كده. Select ice cream. Okay, ice cream. This is a compound word, and we said that in compound, there are a number of rules in compound words. When we have a word, the compound word made up of 2 nouns, a rule بتقول لي stress the first syllable, or the first noun. Stress the first noun. This is what happens here. This is what? Ice. Okay, it's said, as you see, with a higher pitch, and then cream. cream, cream, cream. Okay, it's so ice is said with a higher
Ice.
pitch, and it's said with more loudness and with longer duration than the second word. And here we apply the rule, which says that the compound words made up of two nouns, please stress the first noun. Okay, one final example here. It's this word,
Kind-hearted.
kind-hearted. Yes, kind-hearted. Okay, let me select this. This is also,
Kind-hearted.
yes,
Kind-hearted.
kind-hearted. This is another compound word, but as you see, it's made up of two words. The first word is an adjective and the second is an ed word. وبيقول لي القاعدة بتقول لي إن إحنا we put stress on the second word. On the second word. فهنا second word هنا يبقى في الحالة إيه؟ is
Hearted.
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 Hearted. And you see it's louder than the first, and it's higher pitch than the first, and it's longer than the first, so it receives stress, as we said. So let me finish. In this video I have tried to show you how stress is materialized and is shown, and we can measure, not only to depend on our perception and our feelings and to, you know, impressionistically say that this is a stressed syllable and this is an unstressed syllable. No, we can prove that this is stressed syllable based on data and based on measurements. We measure loudness by intensity, we measure length by vowel duration in milliseconds, and we measure pitch by hertz. It's the fundamental frequency, and also we look at clarity and strength of the vowel of the stressed syllable. The four elements make what we call prominence, and the prominence is what causes stress. Thank you.